With the 2020 campaign now over, we can see that in many ways, this election was America returning back to normal. America had a black president, then it had the opposite of a black president. And now it's back to a regular white dude, back to normal. Oh, except for one major advancement. For the first time in its history, America has elected a woman as vice president. A black woman who's also an Indian woman. And no matter what people think about Kamala Harris, her election is a major step forward in America's quest for gender and racial equality. For more on this historic moment in time, we turn to our very own Dulce Sloan. Dulce, a black woman is in the White House.
A black woman is in the White House. This is such great news, Trevor, especially after we've had 200 years of old white-ass vice presidents. They even look the same. You had your knockoff Wolverines, you had your creepy dudes who would have driven white vans if they'd have been around back then, and in more recent years, you had guys that looked like the football coaches of the losing team. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a Photoshop of all the VPs put together. Was he even real?
Dulce, that's Joe Biden. He was Obama's vice president.
Really? That must be an old picture. He looks like a baby. And speaking of which, having Kamala as his VP is great for Joe Biden too. She's smart, she's experienced, and as long as she's there, Republicans are never going to impeach him. He could straight up sell Florida, and the GOP would be like, still can't risk that black lady being president. Florida was going to sink anyway.
Honestly, Dulce, I'm still amazed that Joe Biden picked Kamala after that debate where she totally blew him up.
No, I understand that, Trevor. Sometimes you get roasted so hard, you ain't even mad. You're just like, ooh, anyone who's got a punch like that, I need on my side. Plus, Kamala brings balance to the administration. She's not Biden. She's in a more progressive lane, and she's able to drive down that lane without special glasses.
You know what actually struck me, Dulce? Is that part of the speech where she said that her being vice president is a powerful symbol for little girls in America because they see themselves represented at the White House.
Well, yeah, but people get too caught up in representation and symbolism sometimes, Trevor, and that's not enough. We don't just need a Kamala. We need policies that ensure a girl who looks like Kamala but also lives in the hood also has a path to success. Just because I see someone who looks like me in a Hallmark movie doesn't mean I get a boyfriend for Christmas.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great point, Dulce. There's still a lot of work to be done.
There is, and it's not going to be easy. I mean, just dealing with the transition alone is going to be tough for America. Because she's not replacing a white guy, she's replacing Mike Pence. This is like when your Spotify shuffle goes from Amy Grant to Cardi B. If you're not prepared for that, you're going to swerve off the road. But in the meantime, let's just enjoy the moment and celebrate the history. Now, if you'll excuse me, they started line dancing outside my apartment again, and I need to go join.